freedom fighters have spent over 3.5 years and we've grown and know the more that we see how things are truly messed up and how it's just not how it's meant to be. But at least now we finally get to celebrate, for we know that the Great Awakening is here. That's right, people, it's time to shake it off. It's time to release all of the fear. Now, everyone I know has got a different idea about how to get out of this. And a lot of people can't even agree about what this really is to begin with, and that's alright. I'll say it again, as I've said it before. Without any doubts, this truly is a spiritual war.
Nothing can stop the awakening. There's nothing you can do.
Chris McGrath, g'day.
Nothing can stop.
Catherine Kay, gold medal specialist. Chris McGrath gets second. And Stibsy, g'day. Good morning, brothers and sisters. Another day has come one day closer to victory for us all. Oh, I pray so, mate. I pray so.
The government stands shooting kids in the face at the shrine of remembrance. That's their legacy. And it's most certainly more than highly likely that no one's even interested in any sort of apology, even slightly. But that's all right, because the king likes to fight for what's right. And that's the difference, you see. In a way, I almost feel like I should be thanking them. Because what they've effectively done is create a whole new breed of champions. Sure, they thought they had us broken and torn. We'd almost lost hope, but in the light of the morning we sing and we praise, for we have a new king. As we welcome the dawn, we sing.
And the ministry of truth will tell you what to do. Don't you worry, there's nothing. And the ministry of truth will tell you what to think or what to say. And it doesn't matter anyway. Nothing can stop the awakening. There's nothing you can do. Nothing can stop the awakening, because the truth keeps shining through. Nothing can stop the awakening. There's nothing you can do. Nothing can stop the awakening, because the truth keeps shining through. Nothing can stop the awakening. There's nothing you can do. Nothing can stop the awakening, because the truth keeps shining through.
Wow, there you go. Thanks, Dan Feely and SJ.
United under Southern Cross, they went to fight the one that lost. With love and freedom in their hearts, they went to save Australia. Across the land, the lines were drawn upon the sand. And as extras, they fought on the fight to save Australia. Shining light, now they will see. Listen to the trumpet, 1, 2, 3. Singing in the morning, they will see. Skip to the moon, my darling.
There's a slight little bit of precipitation around. Nothing to get your knickers in a knot about. Barely wet the hair in your head.
Was done, the damsel burst, the traitors hung, and light shone through for all to see the spirit of Australia. Bringing in the light now, bringing in the dawn, push the dark into the morning. Bringing in the light now, bringing in the dawn, push to the moon, my darling. Bringing in the light now, bringing in the dawn, push the darkness into the morning. Bringing in the light now, bringing in the dawn, push to the moon, my darling. United under Southern Cross, they went to fight for what they lost. With love of freedom in their hearts, they went to save Australia. It's Barrenjoey road they take to claim their rights from across the land. The freedom moment we must take the fight to save Australia.
Oh yeah, you're getting primed for it.
I'm thinking Cook just said to snakes.
Good. Good way to start the day.
Yep. You know when it's cold, when they're frozen. A couple of mornings when they're frozen.
It's a good snake, that one, a frozen snake.
That was my last day for the weekend. I figured I needed Rose to see if she moved in with me.
You moved her in and you haven't seen her since. You moved her in and you moved out. You better go and test those waters, mate. Yeah. Oh, good.
Oh, there you go.
Cool. We all seem to rotate in and out at the moment. Yeah.
Anything to keep going.
Wash the sleep out of your eyes. Just put yourself through makeup. Get ready for channel, mate. Right in the centre.
How do you like that makeup that makes you, gives you that rugged look?
Yeah, mate. Yeah. It comes with the smoke of the bushfire. Really, it just does it.
Yeah,
you know?
it's just.
Brings out the inner glow and all the good stuff.
Yeah, no, I like it.
All right. There's the digs. G'day. Welcome to the Freedom Front here in Canberra, National Rock Garden Barrenjoey Road, Canberra. The best tourist attraction you could have in Canberra, really, because if you come down to the National Rock Garden every day, you'll find us here, the Freedom Fighters. You can come and be a freedom fighter for the day. But we'll go proclaim to the Governor General, because it's a very real fight for the freedom. We'll go proclaim to the Governor General, expose the 28 names of the pedophiles he's protecting. Those names are on a police report as identified by the Wood Royal Commission 1995-1997. Ultimately, this is a fight for the sanctity of children as they keep each other's secrets, and the Judiciary decides not to revisit these issues because the public would lose faith in the Judiciary. And at the same time, they've moved the police force against the free people to ensure that we face our days in court and face the Judiciary that we have no faith in. But it's all right, because we've got you, the digital diggers upon the webinets, the diligent, the vital asset, who are sharing the information around and trying to win the people to awake to the depth of the depravity, the deceit over here, and the unconstitutional. We're making it all the Governor General's problem, because it is his problem. He's supposed to be the Commander-in-Chief, the buffer between the government and the people. But what we've found is he's very, very interested in keeping their secrets. It's where secrets go to stay secret. There's no truth, liberty and freedom in the people's estate. And that's one of the main fights. We saw it with the last federal election. The Governor-General couldn't even correctly fill out the writ for the election in a timely manner and have it advertised in the newspapers on time either. He then went forth and accepted the illegitimate oath by Albanese into Parliament. Albanese never even swore an oath of allegiance to the Constitution, and here he is trying to change the Constitution. Meanwhile, they've removed the Great Seal, they've removed the Crown and put it in with corporation, and they believe the corporation is now our government. A corporation that tries to govern is merely enslaving people in servitude. And they do that and obtain financial gain from us. But these are the battles that we're fronted with. Hey, Mark, just quickly, what date did the Governor General sign the pandemic in 2022?
13th of March 2020.
So 13th of March 2020, sorry, 2020, way back, which
And
closed.
it was under the
Biosecurity
Act
Act.
2015.
Yep.
And when you sign it, they can make changes to the Act, but they do not apply because it's signed under that law as at the time.
Yep.
As far as I know, it's still in action.
Yes, using the Biosecurity Act.
So basically, everything the states did after he did that was illegal.
Illegal, yep. That was the
Because-
day Federation died, basically.
Well, I think the government,
If there was ever such a thing, anyway.
my feeling is the federal government did it deliberately because every time ScoMo or Hunt were asked about mandating the medical procedure or mandating being locked up or anything, they actually said, no, you're not.
Yeah.
Because that was otherwise they had to apply the Biosecurity Act, which meant that individually you had a chance to go before. But yes, under the Biosecurity Act, you can't be quarantined unless you're an individual.
An individual.
And you have to be showing active symptoms.
Yeah.
And then you can still appear before a court and argue why you shouldn't be quarantined.
Yeah, they can't apply it across a whole broad range of people or a populace as such.
Yeah.
Individual, and you need a court order basically to enforce it.
But I think probably the federal government did to the states as the government did to the AFP, and they told them they wouldn't take any complaint against them. You know, if you control the courts,
Yeah.
you know.
But once again, it's another example of the unconstitutional and I suppose ex-military, the Governor General, moving in to enforce slavery and servitude on the people.
Well, what's interesting is that until 2003,
And they won't hear from it. Yeah, sorry, can you hear?
Yeah, there wasn't. Out of all the years that we've had a federation, there was never a military man as Governor General until Jeffries. Then we had, and
Because we're under the impression now that it sort of has to be a military person, don't we? We're
Oh,
sort of
yeah.
under that impression, aren't we?
well, then they had that. Who was the guy that had to leave? That was Cosgrove
Cosgrove.
because of. And then we have
Not
the
a big-
next guy, Hurley, who had even worse accusations and cover-ups, and he was Teflon. So
It is, yeah. Once they seem to have something they can use against you, they seem to then promote you because you'll do as you're told. And this Governor General seems to be being puppeted to the T.
well, I just can't believe a man of his arrogance would be so silent.
Yeah.
You know, like he did spit the dummy down at the floods and actually said on camera that Australia got what they deserved.
Yeah.
That he's not even sure why people are complaining.
Yeah. And all this as they move us under the UN batter, hopefully via a voice, or they're trying to via the voice. Hopefully not, I mean.
Well, the voice
And the UN it's basically signing us our sovereignty over to the UN.
Yep.
And the UN has stated publicly that it is time for the men and women of this world to get used to pedophilia being a part of our lives.
not anytime soon.
That is the United Nations. That's who they're fighting for. That's who they're trying to.
Yeah. I like what the Israelis call them, the United Nothings.
United Nothings. That's it.
I just find it amusing that the current Prime Minister Albo did not swear an oath to the Constitution, refused to.
Yep.
Well, I don't know whether he refused to, just didn't.
Just didn't. It wasn't part of his oath.
Yeah.
It's not a part of Article 61.
And so he then, but he's so concerned about the Constitution that he has to have a referendum. Can't tell us what the changes are, but everyone's got their yes and no vote in line.
Yeah.
And, but I just think it's the last straw to get the Indigenous under the same corruption as we are.
Yeah.
Because the United Nations views them as sovereign.
Because at this stage, none of us, none of the Indigenous people, original
Whatever you
tribes,
call
or even us as the sons and daughters, the Anzacs, have signed a treaty with the corporation or the Crown in any capacity. So we are still sovereign.
Yeah, we are.
And they're trying to fool us into signing a contract with them where they can
Well,
take our freedoms or move
yeah.
into control or govern us as such.
Well, it's interesting because from what I've read is that when they first set up the corporations, they just had a federal election for the Australian government, not the Australian Commonwealth government. And by the fact that we voted in that election for the corporation, we gave consent, and they just it's an ongoing consent that they seek from us.
So can we hold them accountable to the original Constitution, 1901?
Well, it's still in existence.
Still in existence. We just got to be brave enough to hold them
So
accountable
there's
to
two
it.
systems. There's two systems,
Yeah.
and that's why when they wanted to bring in local government and it went to constitution, went to referendum and it was overturned,
Yeah.
they sidetracked it because they don't need the constitution unless they're operating as a Commonwealth. So you don't see it. It's not the Commonwealth government anymore. It's Australian government,
Australian government, yeah.
and it's not the Commonwealth.
No, it's a corporation.
Yeah. So, but then you got the courts, which are playing this game of we are the original
Yeah.
law enforcement, or sorry, law deciders, but we know that they are not.
Yeah.
But you can still win under their system. If you
Well, they want us to play their game in their system, don't they?
But there's still enough loopholes and inconsistencies within their system for us to win.
Well, that's right. And that's where you find that the judiciary system that we've lost faith in still won't even ask the hard question of themselves. They will hide from the real answer. And we saw that with Kane Obes when he pushed the magistrate to confirm whether the Crown had signed a treaty, the Crown had signed a treaty with the tribes to say that,
Yeah.
to define sovereignty. And the court said, yes, no worries, we need to listen to this and we'll go to the Supreme Court. But it was just a ruse. As soon as they did that, it was seen that they were cooperating, but then they discontinued the case so it can't be heard in the Supreme Court. So they want to continue to lie to themselves and still believe that they have some sort of authority over us.
But when you've got thugs with guns, you can do what you like.
Exactly, mate. Yeah.
And they've got thugs with guns with
and that's-
cages that they put people in that disagree with them.
And that's where we're pleading to these men and women of Australia to still be men and women of Australia, our brothers and sisters. Even when you put that uniform on, you're not suddenly castrated, from the Creator and just become a bloody heartless minion sentinel.
Yeah.
You still have your duty to look after your brothers and sisters, the men and women.
Yeah, that's true. For me,
Open your hearts, get through all the.
I'd love to meet some police officers that aren't thugs, because I used to have a very high regard.
They're there. I think they're there.
But come down and introduce yourself, because I'm tired of having.
Oh, and we need your help.
Police as thugs and bully boys.
Because we're not interested in being pitted against each other. We're interested in working together to make sure that the men and women of this country are first and foremost.
Yeah, and I'm sure they're in existence, but God, I don't think I've met a police officer since I've been in Canberra that has been honest with me.
The kids that grew up wanting to be police officers, all those true intentions that they grew up with in their dreams, that's what they've got to come back to.
Yeah.
Not just blindly follow the code violations of a corporation, even when it still hurts more people even further. The same people who've lost everything and have got nothing really further to give, but once again hurt them more.
Yeah.
We've taken their lives, we've taken their jobs, we've closed down their borders, we've limited their access, we've arrested them unlawfully, we've put them in the courts and they've won, and now we're going to come for their licences, and if not, we can lock them up. The people, what I found is the people that scream the loudest are the people that need to be heard, the people that need to be helped. Not more bloody slap, more kick, more punishment, more.
Well,
they need the opposite. They need to feel the love, mate.
I was in court and watched one of our people being pulled over by a traffic cop, acting traffic cop, and he was asking questions but wasn't interested in any answers. It was the most arrogant. interaction I've seen in a long while, and I've seen a lot of arrogance.
Well, their rules and regulations breed arrogance. It's no, I'm not listening. This is the rule, and that is it.
As if they're not accountable.
And our act of defiance is, sorry, we said no. The answer's no, the end. No. No, you're not putting that in me.
Yeah. Well, I look at it and I go, when they pull you over and they want you to do a, for blood alcohol level, that's understandable. You're not putting anything in your mouth.
I have no worries with that. And it's something that we've sort of grown accustomed to. But
I disagree when you have to actually hold it in your mouth.
There's got to be an alternate way to do it. I offered to spit.
Yeah.
But no, that wasn't good enough either.
But
no, you're already under arrest.
Yeah, under the Nuremberg Code, which Australia's a signature to, you have to have informed consent to give permission for a medical procedure. And it is a medical procedure.
Will they hold up in court, you reckon, if I go with that one?
Absolutely. But what you do say to them at the beginning is, I'm not actually refusing.
That's all on camera. I said I'm not refusing. I was told I'm not refusing the test.
I just need to know I want to see the safety data.
Material safety data sheet.
Yep.
Of that
to make myself so I can give you informed consent for this medical procedure. I mean, the truth is it is a medical procedure.
And after everything we've been through and fought for, after being, locked down and then not allowed home, borders closed, and trying to force medical procedures which we're dead against.
So what did they actually arrest you for? Refusal?
Yeah.
But you didn't refuse.
No, I didn't refuse. I just said I'm not putting that in my mouth. I said to him, you're not putting that in my mouth. He said, I'm not putting it in. I want you to put this in your mouth. So I'm not putting your thing in my mouth. I'm not denying the test.
Yep.
I've got no worries with that. Mate, you've got to be in a right frame of mind to drive. It's a serious thing, mate. It's where the accidents happen.
Yeah.
But I've never had an accident.
But I just find it amusing that with all the other drug tests in our society, i.e. if you're a footballer, you piss in a cup. But a driver doesn't have that. They want to violate them with a medical procedure, and the truth of the matter is, what is in it? Did they have a document?
So every person
safety data sheet for it.
Yeah. So I was sober. I was driving right frame of mind.
Yep.
But I'm now being held accountable to all those people that did drug drive and have accidents and kill people. I'm actually being held accountable for that right now. Yep. And I've never done that.
Yeah. But there's
and I don't condone it in any capacity.
I've seen plenty of evidence about drunk drivers killing people, but I've never seen anything about a person high on dope, marijuana, actually causing an accident and killing someone.
But still, if you were, you wouldn't be driving.
Well, if you're that high, you wouldn't be able to get this.
You can't get your ambitions confused with your capabilities, mate. You either can or you can't, and you've got to own up to that.
But if the federal government has signed off on the Nuremberg Code and it says you have to give informed consent prior to a medical procedure, informed consent is simply giving you the information you need to make a decision that is informed.
Well, there you go, and that's the state of play here at the Freedom Front Canberra as we're about to make our way down to proclaim to the Governor General. And today's your last day, did you say?
Tomorrow.
Tomorrow, righto. So we'll see Mark tomorrow, and then he's going to have a
little break.
Little break.
Oh, I had fun at the airport last time wearing this.
Yeah.
They locked down the gate and had a guy with a submachine gun standing there. I thought that was hilarious.
Even people walking around our streets or in our facilities with that sort of armour, mate, is just wrong.
Well, I don't understand why a police officer needs to carry an automatic weapon. And it wasn't a machine pistol, it was actually a long
submachine gun, yeah. Yes. Oh, there's Vaughan.
Anyhow, it's interesting.
Disembarking.
Oh, you got a new bird?
Yeah, mate, that's a good one, that one.
Have you always had that?
No, I swapped it. Yeah, some bloke needed something and I had it, and then he said, you want to swap for that? And I said, fuck yeah, I'll have that, thanks. It was a good trade. There's Tobias. I think he might have little Lulu with him too. Heart-centered alchemy's here. Oh, gold shoes. Oh, trendsetter on the front. Warning, trendsetters inbound. Trendsetters inbound. Check out these gold shoes Lulu's wearing. I didn't even realise I ever wanted gold shoes till I saw gold shoes.
Yeah, you're showing up there wearing the desert cams. Did you ever get desert cams, mate?
No, I'm the last of the jungle ops, mate. We're the jelly bean greens.
Okay.
Yeah, never got into the desert warfare and the cams and stuff.
Yeah. Wouldn't work in most of the deserts I know. It's a lot of colours.
I'll just pack up the Exposer 28 tailgate. Yeah, paid tribute to Lulu today and used one of her pictures as a thumbnail. Phil Jones, making Australia great again by just being greater Australians. Very simple, true message.
Yeah, now I see. Now he's doing bloody coffee. You better go and tell the big one. I like that contract. That is pretty good. It's probably that's stolen the line. Doesn't matter. Where'd the bin go?
There's bin chickens here. There've been lots of bin chickens.
So what I'm trying to do
Yeah, really good. Love the gold shoes, mate. That's just next level stuff. Yeah, I didn't realise I wanted gold shoes until I saw them. Look like they're made to go fast.
probably a minimum of week.
You here for long?
Right, that's the minimum. Maximum.
Nice to have you. Yeah, well, hopefully the weather's nice.
Probably won't be able to part from you guys, you know how it is.
Yeah.
Morning, soldier.
Mr. Miyagi. Wipe on, wipe off.
Mr. Miyagi. Wax on, wax off. You can see it.
Well, that wax on, I'm Danielson, I should know. I was going wipe on, wipe off. It's wax on, wipe off. Mr. Miyagi there.
Carry the sign of the water.
Oh,
Mr. Miyagi.
And we can play the music through the speaker.
oh.
Good morning. Look at you all.
Today, any for smiles and salutations. Oh, where do I get to? I got to Studsy. Good morning. Chris McGrath, until you make the unconscious conscious, it will direct your life and you will call it fate. Righto. I've already had anyone. Good on you, Studsy, mate. That's the spirit. Pathetically playing out for time which they don't have a lot of. Oh, just keep it coming. Just tell me it's true. Gronk's back, as we've seen. Can you take a problem off my hands?
Problem?
Yeah. Make it your problem. Reckon you could make it work?
Yeah, that's more than 75% on it.
I just don't want to go into do it. I haven't got any sticky tape. You might make it work.
How it is.
Well, thank you. Thanks for taking that problem off our hands. I've carried that problem for 3 weeks. I just don't want to deal with it. Well, I've got mood for it, I suppose.
Things today.
Yeah. Well, I should make Studsy a diligent digger. What is that? Good morning. Melissa Freedom's there. G'day. Just scrolling through. Nobby's there. If you want to watch Oppenheimer, I have it on my channel. Sweet. Oppenheimer. That's the Oppenheimer is the one with the poem that has they came for the Christians, but I wasn't a Christian, so I didn't do anything about it. They came for the blacks, I wasn't black, so I did nothing about it. Blah blah blah. And then they came for me, and there was no one left to fight for me. Is that Oppenheimer, or is Oppenheimer the one the nuclear bomb?
No idea.
And I'm confused now. Well, anyway, it's on Nobby Noble's channel. I suppose I better go and educate myself.
But it's amazing. I'll be more concentrating who said it than what is in the contents.
Yeah.
And the content is dead end. You don't stand with a person because he doesn't have the view.
Yeah.
You don't stand with this person. Doesn't have the view because you didn't stand with anyone. No one stands with you, and you by yourself. But the problem, what they're standing for, was the same problem what you had.
Yes, exactly. It was. You're right. It was the same problem. I just didn't see myself aligned. Yeah.
You have to focus what you stand by.
Yeah.
You're not standing by a person. You're standing by the problem, what they're fighting.
Yeah, that's right. Now you got it, mate. Yeah, I'll scroll down soon to see what he says. It's probably something else all totally different.
But this makes sense.
More interested. The New World Order is dying. Yeah. G'day, Jim. How are you, mate? Jim's Tapper's dad, for those who didn't know. Antibiotic 2. G'day, Rosalie. Not at Rolfson Living Jimmy's. Oh no! He's referring us to Rolf Harris's and himself as the Jimmy Civils, the kingships. Well, when you want to break it down, and it's almost that disgusting, really. Many years, Nobby. It's hot there, you know, and duty is to destroy us. That's what they're. Yeah. It's our duty to ensure that does not happen. I'll go up here a bit further. Won't see much ant activity today. It's just a bit damp. One of them days where even the worms are suiciding, trying to get out of the dirt because they're the amount of water content.
I saw some picture of the devastation in Hawaii.
Oh, yeah.
I'm just wondering what force and energy and stuff has to go through this to cause this devastation. That's not a normal fire blast.
No. And it's there for the people to see and make their informed opinion about it. You know.
But
yeah.
you have to be connected with some sort of information to get this picture. It's not available out in the mainstream media, so.
Well, I'm pretty sure Hawaii was given its sovereignty back. And it seems to be that these countries that are saying no to NATO, the UN, and keeping their sovereignty seem to be getting attacked the most.
Or at least stuff to these places happens.
Yeah.
So, coincidence.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, One day we will find out.
And the United Nations endorses sex with children. They're even stating that the public people of this earth need to get used to pedophilia being a part of their lives. A bullshit.
Nope.
Fucking no, mate. No, you shouldn't have to say anything fucking else. Shouldn't have to stand for any fucking amount of days, like 553 plus, whatever, and then be ignored. It's a big wake up to the Australian people. And that's all we're doing here every day, is just proving it to the people.
There's still humanity left.
Where's the humanity? Show me your hearts.
Even kids have more sense of right, justice, humanity,
Yeah.
stuff than
Seems only right that they're going to turn all their attention to the kids then, isn't it? Groom them into their way of thinking.
But they're speaking up too.
Yeah, oh, it's great. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's
And as they're speaking up, they're getting whacked down and thing too. Yeah. G'day, Gabby. How you doing? I'm not surprised to see you here at the front, sniffing it, or coughing up a fur ball. There's a little bit of action over there at the People's Estate. Car going past as we speak from right to left. A few cars in the car park over yonder. Staff quarters, I suppose, the stables. I don't know. Dungeons. It's very dark here in Canberra. It always looks dark.
Just find that dark power, you know, and we'll just have the light of God shine forth.
Yeah, keeping the spirits up. It's it all gets way too serious otherwise, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah, they're trying to bring us down. It doesn't mean we give them a free pass at it. No bloody way, mate.
It only looks like it.
We bat that shit away.
Yeah. It's like the devil.
Duck and weave, duck and weave.
We need our lines to roar today.
We do need the lions to roar. There's plenty of bloody activity in the sky, isn't there?
There is, isn't there?
Seems noisy in the sky.
It is. See what they're up to.
It's starting to be as a plane now. Plane over here. It sounded like a truck, but now it's sounding like a plane. I don't know. I'm sure it was just a plane. I promise it wasn't Superman. There was a bird and there was a plane, but there was no Superman.
Big heart.
You haven't seen that
Yes, we call it, yes. Wait for me.
Yeah, what did you bring? Oh, you got all the good stuff.
Tricky. Don't be careful.
Well, that's the weapon, that's the ammo. Anita, we'll call it ammo Anita nowadays. Anita's ammunition. Oh, that's icy cold. Warm that one up.
Overload purple today. Yeah, overload purple. That's good. Yeah.
Where can we get our money back for this non-slip mat for all the time we get sick?
That's a part non-slip mat. 50% off.
Yeah, non-slip resistant. Not fully non-slip, just resistant. It'll resist the slip, but not guarantee.
Yeah.
Non-slip mat, 60% resistant.
Oh, no. How did you get here? my God, through the tunnel. Come on, Corey.
It's a good excuse to take another break, mate. Have a Kit Kat. You just want another Kit Kat.
Well, good morning, everybody. I'm really on the lake today, but beautiful day for it.
Before we start,
Yeah.
just remind everyone, before we walk back to the car park, singing and dancing.
Singing and dancing on the way back.
We need to get it on film.
Righto.
What?
You're the star of the show, Grant. You didn't know it.
We were supposed to do it yesterday, but we're waiting for you two to turn up.
No, I can't do that.
We'll have a crack at it anyway. There'll be some sort of clippage there you can use. Anyway, focus on the Governor General. Governor General David Hurley! Stand fast! They went with songs in a battle. They were young. Straight of limb, true of eyes, steady and aglow. They were staunch to the end against odds uncounted. They fell with their faces to the foe. They shall grow not old, as we that are left grow old. Age should not weary them, nor the years condemn. At the going down of the sun and in the morning, we will remember them.
We will remember them.
lest we forget.
Lest we forget.
Your Excellency, the Honourable David Hurley, as the Governor General of this nation, this letter is a direct appeal from an ever-growing cohort of Australian people, both here and at home. We call on you to action the public reveal of the unredacted findings in the police report from the Woodrow Commission, 1995 to 1997. The Wood Royal Commission, as catalogued with the Police Integrity Commission, resulted in a 90-year suppression order containing 28 names of alleged pedophiles of prominent stature, including judges, government officials, an ex-Prime Minister, radio personalities, sports stars, television stars, and others, frighteningly enough, that our Australian government has made no attempt to undo your 90-year suppression order for the supposed safety and well-being of the population is unacceptable. We will be safer and our well-being would be looked after if there was no pedophiles running the country. Revisited again in 2015 in the Senate Legal and Constitutional Affairs Legislation Committee meeting, the then Senator Bill Heffernan delivered the same request for the findings to be released to the public. We've got a right to know. As the Senator stated, it's not so much the secret that's a problem. It's when a group of people, such as the 28 people on the police report, keep each other's secrets. Honest people don't have secrets. Further into his appeal, he quoted the judge of the day. We decided not to revisit that issue. It's scary because the public would lose confidence in the judiciary. Well, you're damn right. Governor General, how can you justify the 90-year suppression order of the police report from the Woodrow Commission, given that the Australian taxpayers paid out roughly $64 million on the case? We have a right to full disclosure of the investigation, given that we paid for it. 27, pain-filled years later. We have stood each week since August 30, 2021 at Government House in Queensland. And daily since the 7th of February 2022 here at Yarralumla, knocking on your front door, and you won't talk to us. We want answers. We're either real victims, family members of victims, friends of victims of the appalling industry of child sex trafficking and pedophilia. Why are there so many victims? Where are the perpetrators? They keep doing it. They need to face their time in court. Because child sex trafficking, pedophilia will never be accepted in our communities.
That's right.
Ever.
That's right.
We the people also require the individual honoured with the position of Governor General to uphold the requirements of the office of Governor General and inquire why the Governor General, Mr. Hurley, has not stepped in with the obvious police overreach in trying to inhibit the people from peacefully protesting, which is their protected right as an Australian. It's up to the men, women, children of Australia to determine the level of confidence in the police, judiciary system and parliament on this matter. And we're finding you all lacking. We want the truth. You're sincerely concerned men, women and children of this great nation of Australia.
Good morning, Governor General David Hurley. Maybe you remember my name. My name is Tobias. I have lost confidence in the government, federal, state, illegal, local. I instruct you to dissolve the federal parliament and issue the writs for fresh elections immediately. I instruct you to use the same powers to issue the writs as you use or might use to issue the writs for the referendum. Further, I want all the documents that Senator Heffernan produced to the Royal Commission released to the public unredacted immediately. And I'm not alone on this one, David. These two things are not up for negotiations. You will be here every day until you do as instructed. As we instruct you with our authority and duty to do so. David, do your job.
Yeah.
The National Redress Scheme. www.nationalredress.gov.au. The National Redress Scheme has been created in response to recommendations by the Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse. The Royal Commission into Institutional Responses to Child Sexual Abuse listened to thousands of people about the abuse they experience as children. What? The abuse happened in orphanages, children's homes, schools, churches, and other religious organisations, sports clubs, hospitals, foster care, and other institutions run by the bloody government. Where are the perpetrators of these crimes? Are they being held accountable? Like you, David. The National Redress Scheme provides support to people who experience institutional child sexual abuse. What's going on in our institutions? They're supposed to be caring for our children. The scheme acknowledges that many children are sexually abused in Australia in institutions. It holds institutions accountable for this abuse, helps people who have experienced institutional child sexual abuse gain access to counselling, a direct personal response and a redress payment. The scheme started on the 1st of July 2018 and runs for 10 years. Once again, David, where are the bloody perpetrators? They're getting away with raping our children. It's not good enough.
We've been here for 553 days asking you to release the police documents of these 28 high-profile accused pedophiles to the court, because the government has taken away their right to face their accusers in court. We call them Australia's most wanted. But when we look at it from the government's perspective, they are Australia's most protected, because we know that the Federal Attorney General has those documents. And the Federal Attorney General is the highest law enforcement officer in the land, and they have those documents, and they've had them, every single one of these Federal Attorney Generals since Ruddock in 2003 has had a copy of these documents. That's according to Bill Hefnan's speech of 2015 in the Senate. And not one of them has used those documents how they were prepared to be used, which is giving them to a court of law to have these people face their accusers in court. Instead, they have those documents to protect those people from ever facing accusations and charges in court of pedophilia or child trafficking. We know that the Wood-Raw Commission had power to lay out charges against people for crimes. And their main focus, as we see their terms of reference, was changed 3 times. Their main focus was on child trafficking and pedophilia. So at the end of 3 years and $64 million of our money, how many charges of pedophilia did they lay? How many charges of child trafficking did they lay? I'll give you a clue. None. So a Royal Commission who heard all this evidence against criminal people doing criminal things to children, and they could not find one charge of pedophilia or child trafficking to lay. Unacceptable. And then we just heard from the results of the Royal Commission in the institutional treatment of children. Sexually abusing children in institutions. That's what Bill Hefner was trying to get the Law Society to be included as an institution, so that those judges that you had on the list could face a court of law for their charges. So how many perpetrators out of those thousands of interviews that the Royal Commission did has faced court for pedophilia? I'll give you a clue. None. And the only thing the government's done in response to this, tens of thousands of children having been raped while in care of organisations, is we have a national redress scheme that does not include identifying the perpetrator, only the organisation they're working with. And so the perpetrator does not face criminal charges for their actions. They are excused by their organisation paying money to the victim. Lovely system, government, but it's unacceptable. We live in a society where criminals need to face court, not be excused by their mates in high places. We see the occasional pedophile face court, but they're always low-level pedophiles. When was the last time we saw a judge or a politician or someone in high society face court for pedophilia? We know that there are literally tens of suppression orders in the various jurisdictions suppressing knowledge of high-profile pedophiles. The 28 are only just one list. There's over 60 suppression orders in the different jurisdictions, all doing the same thing, protecting those that have committed crimes of rape against children. It is unacceptable in our society. We have been here every day, David, to get you to do your job. And you have showed us no respect at all, not even common decency to respond to our letters. I'm going to show you common decency, David, because I've heard a young man last Anzac Day 2022 stand on your front lawn and accuse you of raping him and trafficking him when he was a child. Because your silence has been deafening on the matter. So most people's conclusion is that you must be guilty. Otherwise you would have said something. I, however, am willing to give you respect and the benefit of the doubt. I am going to ask you that question yet again so that you may provide the answer from your own lips, so I do not have to assume the worst of you. So I'm going to ask you the question, David. David Hurley, are you a child rapist and a child trafficker? Simple question. I'm waiting for your answer, as I have for more than a month and a half. But I'm not planning on stop asking until I hear your voice or see you in court charged with that crime. Because if you are what you're accused of, it's the most serious charge to someone in your position. And you do not deserve to hold that position when that charges are laid against you, unless you speak up and clear your name. Unacceptable, Hurley.
We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Never got a jab, never wore a mask. 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps. 2 kings had a camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They broken the road, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now. We're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. They smashed my car and locked me up, put them out on bail, and I'm still here. They try so hard, we try not laugh. They tow my car, the next day's back in the same car park. These cops ain't smart, I'ma make a drop this charge. Son, you watch, we take it back to the start. No D's, no titles, no trespass. Now we charge you, tables to turn. We come with a proof for all the assaults, all the abuse. Nobody gonna come cut me loose, knock knock. Yeah, who at the door? Makadar, bring on the storm. Library to empty, thought we were gonna regroup and come back to the front lawn. Yeah, we're still here, still ain't got no fear. We will cry, still ain't shed no tear. The sense of we still here. Is that all you got? We take on you mob, we unite. You don't call the shots, sovereign's been here all along. And they're still here, yeah, they're still here. Return of the sovereign, but they never left, and they're still here. Yeah, they're still here, yeah, they're still here. The oldest civilization, it's been how many years? We're still here. Need your support. For the new way this war is fought, Alowari for the law, and in June in Canberra Accords. Gotta cut out the cancer, yeah, that's what the plans are. Walk with the elders, they got the law, we got the numbers, that is the answer. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. Never got the jab, never wore a mask, 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, yeah, we're still here. They raided the camps, done all the camps, who took us out of camp, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, they've broken the ropes, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, they smashed my car and locked me up with a man on bail and I'm still here. They see us come, we see them run. Now we are one, free our daughters, free our sons. Yeah, they're getting scared, front line, you can bet I'm there. Even when we're gone, our spirit lives on, yeah, we ain't going anywhere. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, never got a jab, never wore a mask, 2 years go past and we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, they raided the camps, found all the camps, who kicks out of Canberra, but we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, they've broken the ropes, broken the law, but can't break the spirit now, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here. Yeah, we're still here, they smashed my car and locked me up with a man on bail and I'm still here.
Precious in his sight. Jesus loves the little children of the world. Amen. Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
The angels are coming for you. Warring angels are coming for you.
Jesus loves all the
Amen.
Bronx in the world.
Last chance to repent.
One more little song to do before we get out of here.
We can at least go through the motions and get it ready for.
Yeah, we're going to hear the song.
We can do like a practice and get it right tomorrow, the next day.
You haven't got the song, have you? I'll have to. Is that on still?
What's going on?
You are a turn.
You did all you could. You did all
You
you
are a
could,
turn
mate.
on.
You warned, you told you.
I already warned you.
I know, mate. We're not listening. So. We just clearly weren't listening.
I do not understand. I never understand.
It was very clear.
Luckily we're on tripod, so we can all
I
get
know.
into the camera picture.
You
yeah?
couldn't have been clearer if you tried, mate. We're all going to sing a song afterwards.
Alright, I'm trying to.
Engage.
Bluetooth speaker.
蓝牙已连接，
You got
蓝牙模式。
Okay, so if you haven't heard, Dan's new song. So he's going to get a special video clip made up. So we're going to sing along like we did with Kane's song. We're just going to get all in the footage. We're going to sing along with the chorus, and he's got a professional producer's going to separate it all. Come on, Vaughan.
Come on.
Well, at least sort of go through the motions. We don't have to get it right today or anything, but we just get.
Well, we're going to get to it as soon as possible.
I don't even know what the chorus is.
Are you going to record at the back?
You should. Yeah, we don't need your voice. No.
It's time to wake up, Gabby.
The freedom fighters have spent over 3.5 years and we've grown and we know the more that we see how things are truly messed up and how it's just not how it's meant to be. But at least now we finally get to celebrate, for we know that the Great Awakening is here. That's right, people, it's time to shake it off. It's time to release all of the fear. Now, everyone I know has got a different idea about how to get out of this. And a lot of people can't even agree about what this really is to begin with, and that's alright. I'll say it again, as I've said it before. Without any doubts, this truly is a spiritual war.
Nothing can stop the awakening. There's nothing you can do. Nothing can stop the awakening. Because the truth keeps shining through.
Yeah, now they're betting we're just sitting around and forgetting the tyranny. Lest we forget, the government stands shooting kids in the face at the shrine of remembrance. That's their legacy. And it's most certainly more than highly likely that no one's even interested in any sort of apology, even slightly. But that's alright, because the king likes to fight for what's right. And that's the difference, you see. In a way, I almost feel like I should be thanking them. Because what they've effectively done is create a whole new breed of champions. Sure, they thought they had us broken and torn, we'd almost lost hope, but in the light of the morn we sing and we praise, for we have a new king. As we welcome the dawn, we sing.
And the ministry of truth will tell you what to do. Don't you worry, there is nothing.
It was a first cut. There's probably going to be many more, but anyway, we went through the motions. Yeah, I know. Well, but you know, Danny's a hard taskmaster, mate. You know,
Next time, Lulu.
he might need a couple more cuts.
Come on. Yeah.
Well, thank you for
Part of the family, you got to join in for the family event.
thank you for accommodating us there, Diggs.
Who's the? Is that your phone?
That's Corey's. Yeah.
It's all right. It's all right.
Oh, it's going straight to number 1 on iTunes, mate. Oh, absolutely.
You're the fashion. You make the fashion. You're going to be on the ABC. You're going to be on everything.
I saw it just a quick blast from the thing. We should have actually been a bit better prepared. Blah blah blah. Anyway, it's our show. We'll do it if we want to. Anyway, g'day possums. Pursumes. Oh, yeah, I've got my finger stuck. Oh, there we go. G'day possums. How are you? Can we just come in and say g'day? We'll just have a little look. Just a welfare check. Are you okay? Of course you are. You're possums. You're Australian. Of course you're okay. Unbeatable. Anyway, have a great day. Nice little sleeps. We'll see you next time. Who would want to stop the awakening? Honestly. because the truth is shining through.
Well, I haven't spent time thinking about it. Well, hold on.
Excuse me. Well, not through lack of trying, eh, Diggs? I can see you guys are giving it all you've got. The truth is out there. There's no doubt about it. How can you handle the truth if you won't see the truth? It's right there. It's shining through. Well, today at the Honda Civic Centre, I believe we have caramel cakes. True? Yeah, true. And it's just normal caramel too, it's not salted caramel. Hey, Joe. They're real caramel cakes, aren't they, Joe? Not like salted caramel. You would do that to caramel, honestly. Why would you have salted? Just caramel's enough.
They just took off.
You guys see that? What are we looking at? Pink parrot. Oh, king parrot. King, not pink. King. King parrot. I didn't know we had king parrot.
Yeah,
We've got queen parrot.
No, just pink.
Yeah, jack parrots.
No, you have pink baby.
What? No jack parrots. You got a king parrot. You got to have a queen and a jack parrot. That parrot's ace. Did everyone see that rabbit run past the Governor General's? Fuck, it was huge and it ran fast. It looked like a little Scottish Terrier dog or something, but yeah, it got up and moved.
I know, but it was running all the way
All the
along.
way, yeah.
I thought it'd go in the hedge.
It had, yeah, it was moving fast and it had staying power. It just kept going.
Oh,
Run the whole length. Don't let the Governor General catch me. I gotta go. Get out of here. Badoosh, badoosh, badoosh. And skirt off into the bushes.
but it ran all the way along.
I know, and that was a big rabbit.
Might have been a jackrabbit.
It wasn't a rabbit.
No.
You wouldn't follow that rabbit down the hole, no.
No.
No, it wasn't a white rabbit.
We don't want to follow it.
I think that rabbit just got out of the hole and was running for its life, to tell you the truth. I'm getting the hell out of here. I've seen what happened to that white rabbit. Yeah. Alice, who the beep is Alice, he said, and he got the hell out of there. Steady as she goes, Gab. No, steady as she goes. Wasn't turn around and buddy.
You're talking to me?
I didn't say come right 30 degrees. No. Steady as she goes.
You had one yesterday. Hey, it's the bath, the water.
Icebergs ahead, Captain.
No, it's no, it's come shining through. Yep.
It's a very clear day. Yeah, pretty good viz. Dun, dun, dun. Oh, it was all on. It's because Noel bought his girlfriend, and then there was a third seagull, and then it just all went. Yeah, it went pear-shaped really quick.
Oh, there's the one that's got the big white back on it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there might be some worms or grubs or moths. Don't know. They're few and far between.
Yeah, there you go. He's got a nice worm. Yeah,
Yeah, good on you.
got him up out of the ground. Sweet. Yeehaw.
Better for you. Oh, what is that? Oh, there's your eyes.
And we made it back. Sweet. There you go, just sit you there. We'll wait for the Honda Civic Centre to open its doors, open its boot. We'll go help Joe.
Hi, Bob.
Brand new Samsung we own. That was the second hand phone. The one I'm using now is my phone. The other phone was second hand, and I don't trust second hand. That's all the information I can. It's just not getting the quality that we need. You know?
I'll just buy a new phone tomorrow. I've got some money coming in. And just have that phone dedicated to it then, and then I can go off with mine and just leave you guys with another phone. You can go off anytime.
You want to sit down? Sit down.
Oh, the conversation's thick over there. The truth's shining through, mate. He's going off his dial. He's laying it out for him anyway. Honey, who would want to persecute Corey, honestly? Trying to turn a good man into a criminal.
What about?
I'm just reading the feeds here. You're putting it all down. Exactly. Yeah, I'll probably have a couple of minutes today to have a look at that. Thank you, Margaret. Okay, possums, apple for apple for possum. I'll do that later today. I'll take us a bit closer over here. You can listen to the conversation.
keep studying, trying to
It's a matter of control, but it's not a treatment.
Yeah, but under the Nuremberg Code, Australia signed up.
I know what I need to say, but when it works on the day, it's like every conversation you have with someone. And it's like, when I'm talking to one person more, it's always fucking different. They always walk away, it's like, fuck, I should have said this, I should have said that. This is where I needed to go with that.
I'll get 50 grand to 100 grand
I don't understand the lose.
put in this jar.
Normally, if it was just a fine, that's fine, because you deal with 12 months of pay fine.
If
Within the next 12 months.
100 mil,
So I'm sure
it's 33 mil of nitrogen. I let it sit overnight, and what it does is all the gold.
go and spend 2.5 months in jail. Which I could do 2.5 months in jail if you were allowed to smoke cigarettes.
Common sense and morality and stuff put it into, but technicality not. This is what they're touching on. So you
AMC is the last one you were selected for. So patches, they offer patches.
Now all the gold is
We're not taking patches.
right, and that's the definition of liquid gold.
At the very least.
Exactly. Yeah, exactly. It could be a Bill Gates patch.
133
Goodness
mil
knows what's going on.
liquid, right?
Because
So what you've got to do is
we know that sterilizing agents
I know.
like
That was July last year. They had approval to put vaccines in there in Queensland July
right,
last
I
year.
strain it 5 times,
And people are still happy to
right?
be at home,
And then I
not
can see how clear it is, right? The more you filter it, the more clearer it is. Then what I do is the urea, the
every patch is there, I
fertilizer,
know.
the little white
What's
balls,
approved, when release dates
lid,
are, I know.
right? And you have to touch it.
No one wants to listen. We're all
Right?
paid.
Keep dropping a couple more in.
And even our fucking senators still won't say the
Then
right
when
thing.
eventually, you know, I'll drop a
All
couple
the
more,
information's
and
there.
they just sink
All
to
the
the
patents,
bottom.
all the fucking, the peer-reviewed studies on whatever we look at, it's all fucking out there. And our senators standing
now
up
I
there
know
and
if I
fucking
strain it
building
again,
to ask the
do
right
the
questions. And no, they're not.
Now
They're
I
not
know
putting the right information out there.
neutralise,
They just make it look like they're fucking doing
then
something to stop it.
what I do is add sodium sulfite.
It's a good thing going on in Queensland at the moment.
Stuff I use to have for home brew and that, you buy that.
Well, we'll check out what's on offer here at the Honda Civic Centre today. I've got citrus water again, the oranges, a couple of fresh oranges in there, but probably getting just right now, all the good stuff in there. Been sitting a couple of days. Bit of French stick and what they call that, hummus.
Yep.
And then beetroot.
Beetroot with
Oh, I don't want to guess what that gunk is.
olives.
It's olives. Doesn't look like olive paste. That's what
This
olives
has
look
got-
like when you mix them all up. Righto.
And that's got some cheese.
Yep.
Fromage.
And that's just icing. That's not beetroot or olives or anything. That's just pink icing. And yeah, there's your caramel cakes. Not salted caramel. Why would you do that to caramel? It's just real caramel cake. And some strawberries on top if you want them. For those that don't want caramel cake, well then I'm sorry, you're just going to have to do with rice cake. It's still cake. It's not like it's a muff nut. Anyway, and then, sorry, it's trippy up.
Ruby Angel.
Little ruby angel. And otherwise, if you want to get into the deeper into the beet, you might find some caramel crowns, some bananas. What else has he got here? I know he's eaten them all. Yeah, Vaughan finished them all.
Bit of licorice.
There's some Milos and tins, all sorts of contraband and things in there. Anyway,
So since he was here a week ago, he's been to Brisbane, been back
so that's about it.
built an engine, and they've driven back up and also sold chicken.
Oh, ba-bum-ba-da.
I don't feel
Still
it
deals with
right
all
to
the
the
people
top
and all
of
the
the
bullshit
bubble.
going back
I've
there
put
every day
1,000.
while he does
And you've got to
it.
remember, that's
But
like
he's got
31 grand.
5 really good people going to
grams of people have gold.
the Cape, so
A quarter of it.
they can't go all that, hey?
Right? And that's all that's going into the hot water, and it just bubbles a little bit. And you can sell the initial jewellery.
Mick, so he's a common law legend.
I've got a friend of mine that buys that because he sends it over to the
He actually charged the police with terrorism charges. They dropped all the charges they had against him, but he's still trying to get fucking
listen to, I'm just wondering
what is the quality? Brett is used to be here very often.
one load I've got
They're all really good speakers, all very knowledgeable, and they're going to be fucking talking shit the whole way to and back.
One unbook from Ainsley.
So Phil's been talking this for a long time now, because we're not, we need someone understanding this fucking line. I agree, we have to. Phil's been on the path for a long time. We need to be out in every fucking town. We need to get to the small towns, we need to spread awareness, we need to wake people up by the right people.
They're good.
Not the angry yelling people with the bullshit fucking protests. We need people that are like, speak nicely with the right information to try and help people understand why we're fucked. So, and I believe those 5 people do that quite well together. Yeah, probably already in the fucking lane. I've spoken to Phil in a few days. He'll speak to me when he's got time. The problem is people have been standing up trying to raise money, trying to raise awareness, stealing little senators. Right now they're giving fucked up and sectors all up. It's so long trying to get something done, nothing happens. And you've fucking, you just got to deal with the fucking consequences. You fucking made it there, you can't afford it. I can't be in that position of like lay the fuck down because until it's over, until we're fucking rounded up, I still want to fucking do what I do.
But I can't remember the date when I was there.
Doesn't matter. The thing is, let's take an example.
I was wondering whether
Listen to
witness
Dick Yardley. They've got a lot of things going on. There's a lot of notice shit going on through the whole of Queensland. Well, that common law meeting they fucking posted up. It's like Melbourne Health or Melbourne something, Melbourne, whatever it is. They posted the common law meeting from up there. I left from the big speaker, public speaking as well. Yeah, they're doing some fucking big things. So there's a lot of shit going on.
do it the way that my blood has to do it.
Stephen Spies is doing at the moment too. He's hassling the fuck out of mainly Pauline. He's also hassling Robert. He's also hassling the fuck out of
If I don't see those guys.
He's laid the fucking cake out for him. Yeah, he's the fucking cake out.
Not knowing what is the right thing to do.
Kodak.
So, yes, I'm
And
learning.
the Constitution, Section 44, this is the treason, this is what's happening. I mean, it's only a small charge of treason against religious law set in that fucking building. All their shit would be so everything else.
Yeah, that sort of set it back of
Actually paying with what they're paying.
Yeah, that's right, because you told me
This is law.
would it be good if it was a team or something?
Under that bill.
Well, that was really good.
So it only takes one bit of paper.
There he is.
One
Oh, he is.
Dan's
got it.
I'm
still here. Dan's got it. You had a good
That's
one.
why he's trying so many different angles. This one, as he keeps saying, you come
Yeah.
to business, you fucking don't say something.
See that sunshine? Tomorrow, please.
Yep.
So there's great things going on. Then we've also got two
399.
nations standing up right now.
Song, it's in my head.
Yeah, I know.
GG's house to cancel this fucking
Tonight I'll have a talk to my bloke and I'll say,
Where we go, one we
Corporation has
go.
no right to bring in a referendum, number one. Number two, Hurley never signs a writ. He witnesses writs.
not at home.
We've noticed that for the last 3 elections. He doesn't sign a writ, he witnesses it.
Pauline or not?
I just don't, I got
He's not even
euros and
the Governor General sometimes. When Scott Morrison was in,
I got the kilo bar.
offsiders who just used to be a bus driver. It's somehow just in Parliament. He was the one who really?
I got
And then witness by a fucking deal. A witness is just a fucking witness. That's no.
So what did you pay the parking for?
So the kilo bar.
Oh, apparently.
I guess for 1,400. I got like.
Unless they said they just take the licence off you, they don't tell you.
That's what I was thinking, mate.
They come and charge me for not having rego and not having insurance. Well, they're the ones who took my bloody licence off me.
And like I said,
And didn't tell me.
Time it could be worth 5,000. Right?
Yeah, you tell them
And
that.
I get my bloke will say, right, I've got this buy.
No, I know. I'm a bad boy, mate. I am a bad man.
What's the buyback on that? He says 5,000. I say, well, I pay 5,000.
And
What you
the
should
guy
do
came
is
in,
ask to have
so
the
the chief magistrate was, and the chief justice was doing that.
And I do that
All
every
the
time.
registrars
You
were
say to me,
just
right,
getting the dates and times and all this shit organised, and then it was time to actually agree to charge out for someone that was there. She didn't fucking do it. She got her clerk to do it.
I know, but until
That'd be good, something like that. Yeah. We've got a week now to play it out. I'm pretty sure it's the 21st day.
Like if it was me with the
We saw it on the board.
They don't even have a proper seal.
we're going to need it, you know, but
We go in, you go over to the state, their seals are actually, none of them are actually under.
Same time here tomorrow, eh?
Title states. Exactly, royal style.
Sing me a song. Guys,
They follow us down to the lake, same guys.
Yep.
Yeah, they do. It's quite funny. I thought they were a different crowd, but they come up really close to us and they know us. Maggie's a very smart one.
What for?
Yeah, exactly.
Intimidation.
So I'm always
From a
nice.
19-year-old.
Rory.
Should have gone in there when it wasn't
don't eat the wrapper, Gronk. Don't eat the wrapper. You gotta take the wrapper off.
He's a
You
rapper
know, when
from
I
way
was a
back.
kid,
You were a kid.
up, mate,
You were a
I
kid.
used to chew on the wrapper to get everything out.
I thought you were going to say when you were a kid, the only thing you got was the rapper. We were so poor, we didn't get cupcakes, we just got the rapper.
We had to fight over
And
the
they
wrapper.
just-
The cake
Have
came
you
in.
conversation with them at all?
There you go.
Caramel.
So how is he intimidating? The problem is you can film on a footpath anytime you want. It's
Yeah,
public
mate.
property.
Yeah, so with the mango ones last night, I see.
Where's the
As
evidence?
soon as I pulled up for it down there,
Him filming
no one leaves. Yeah? I don't care.
Well, you got that big bag of flour. Yeah, love the texture of those mango ones. Did you do the same thing? Put the fluid in? Yeah.
Beat the hell out of
Where is there
them.
evidence?
Beat them like an egg.
That it tastes more like mango that way.
Beat that.
They would
Beat them like an
They
egg.
would need body cam footage or something of that as evidence to show the threats.
What about frozen bread and potatoes? That's on the menu later.
You can put yourself on a stick and in the freezer if you want to.
I don't have to. No, it's stick in front of the fire. I've no problem with freeze.
Frozen freedom fighters.
Driving while operating the phone.
Where else can you have cake for breakfast but here? Hey, I love it.
Is there a lid on stuff? Because there's a bird on top of it.
You don't take the rubber.
Oh, that could
Yeah, severe consequences.
He's had his 18 years.
Sometimes. Now what sometimes?
They could approve he's guilty of some sort of community in some way.
Gets your metabolism going, cleans your system.
They have to prove their charges, so they need the evidence to prove their charges. Otherwise, if there's any doubt, they can't prove anything. That's basically, every time you go to court, all your fight is what their charges are and what their evidence on that charge is. As long as you've got a comeback on their charge, or they haven't got the evidence on that charge, they've got fucking nothing.
All I'm doing is raising awareness for the benefit of the community, because I believe that mine should be take it off again. What? Take that on my back of my car. It has one supposed to 28. No, we're still here.
And filming is not intimidation. We can film as much as we want on public property. No problem with
One. Do you want me to make this reflective one? Just like that? Roll.
Which we need to fix. We need to actually we've been saying.
I'm going to tune off and catch us tomorrow. I'm tuning out. Everyone's in their own little world doing their own thing. Anyway, we'll tune out without them. We'll catch them here tomorrow anyway. Everyone's deep in conversation, getting it all down. Sharing the information and links. I'm going to tune out and go seize the day, what's left of it. I've been in good company so far. But here we are at the end of day 553. We want the truth. We can handle the truth. The truth is out there everywhere. But will the people see the truth? Will they comprehend what we're putting down? That's pretty much where we're at, because at the moment we're going to be in the courts, held to account, and they're going to get away with everything. So that's what it's all about. Blah, blah, blah. Have a great day, and we'll take up these issues again tomorrow. Tomorrow we get another day. It's going to be brilliant. Perhaps tomorrow will be the perfect day. Thanks for Dan Feely and his song. We'll try a little bit harder tomorrow and get some sort of film clips happening for you. But yeah, there's hundreds of videos on this channel that you can feel free to sift through. Otherwise, maybe Saturday, Sunday, we seem to get good people, bigger numbers here. We'll try it again on Saturday, Dan. But anyway, Gronk's here, Lily's here, Corey's there, Toby's there, Anita's there, I'm here, the digs are there. We're all accounted for. So, best wishings for the day, blessings, salutations. Mr. Miyagi, what are you after?
Hi soldier, I have to go.
I'm about to head off too, mate.
See you next time.
Yeah, we'll do. Bye and many blessings. Hello, Freedom Front Canberra. Who's that? Kettle Ket. G'day. And Bianca's there too. G'day, Bianca. Pen. We've got all the, mate, we've all got the warriors here. Daniel Lawson. Nobby. Yep. Oh, the angels there. High vibrations from the bird song. There you go. All right. Without further ado, I'll let you all go seize the day. We'll see you again here tomorrow. Yeah, normal start. About 9:30 we'll be tuning in and ready for our 10 o'clock proclamation. Court later in the week.
Good job, Gob. No, I covered it all.
You can see why that's his weapon of choice, the flag. Saves the cake. Corey saves the cake. See you, Diggs.